Just tell him it's for me then. Don't tell him it's with you if it's old.
Yeah, she said it's Chad's. It's a year old, and I smoked a little bit of it. I was like, and then I upgraded as soon as I
thought it was her.
Nice.
Chill out.
That's what I need to do, according to people I'm close to, or used to be close to.
I've figured out that if I do have to leave the house, the best thing to do is just stop immediately at the first corner store and buy one of these and chill out and just drink it on my way to town.
Yeah.
Yeah, when our car broke down, when my Derek hit that fucking chunk of thing and blew out a tire, and I'd forgotten I'd already taken an edible. So when we got to Benson, I went in to get a beverage, and I was going to get Subway, and I was going to start eating everything, and I didn't know what I wanted, and I was lost in the aisles, and then I just go, I'm going to get one of those, and that'll keep me till we get to Tucson.
A little, I guess it's the THC, but it just tastes, like the flat tire shit. Probably, like just when things happen and you're on edibles, it's just easier to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
I went. I just discovered. Well, I didn't just discover, but I just remembered yesterday that I didn't have an updated driver's license for getting on an airplane.
Oh shit.
On the way.
So I had to haul ass over to the DMV yesterday. And went over there. I give them my driver's license and 2 valid military IDs, and they're like, "Do you have a passport or a birth certificate?"
Yeah.
Do I look like a person that has either one of those things? No, I don't have either one.
Yeah.
So they're like, you can go to the health department and give them fucking $20, and they'll give you one. So I'm like, all right, I'll go do that.
Wow. Yeah.
And I went back, and they're like, you need 2 pieces of mail.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I go, I have fucking 3 IDs. This one is from you guys that has my address on it. I don't know. So I luckily I'd go in the, I had already had the chill out, so I didn't get too upset.
Yeah.
But I went into the van and got my registration, which is really redundant because it's also from you guys, which is also what it says in your computer. But I didn't get angry about it, except the first time I went right in. There was nobody there. I talked right to the lady, and she's like, "Yeah, you need all this other shit." So then I go to the health department. Then I come back, and now there's 9 people ahead of me in line. So I have to wait there. And the lady right in front of me, when it's almost my turn, she wants a personalized license plate. But she hasn't thought of it yet. So she's fucking telling people,
Oh man.
well, what about this one? And he's like, no, that one's taken. And I had to listen to this about 4 times before I finally made eye contact with the lady behind the desk and just was like, look back at the 9 people behind me. And I look back at her, and then she's like, maybe you should do this online. And I'm like, yeah, maybe you should have told her to do it online and not in front of a line to start with, you fucking asshole. So I had a rough.
That'd be a cool, online personalized plate. I did that when I went to the DMV fairly recently for similar. I lost my shit, and it's like you get there an hour before, and there's people lining up. So I get there about a half hour. I'm about 15 people back. I get one of the early numbers. I got everything I need, and then I get up there, and the guy says, "You need 2 pieces of mail." I said, "No, it says online." I got sent away, but before going away, I did a fucking crazy rant guy, like, "Oh, fuck this place, man. Fuck the DMV, the worst fucking run." And then I go to the car and see 2 pieces of mail.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, all right, I'll just go back in. And the guy goes, "Is everything okay, sir?" And I explained it to him, and he goes, "No, what you had should have been good enough." And then I had to wait 30, 40 people because by then...
Well, at least it gave you some time to not be the guy who just left yelling, "Fuck you."
No.
Hey, I'm back.
Not really, because I sat with all the people who I was just saying, "Fuck this place, what a bunch of fucking assholes, they fuck you every time." And then I sat back down for an hour to get back up.
Well, when it was finally my turn, they took all the chairs out of the DMV. So when it was finally my turn, I had realized there's a lady behind me in with a cane and a fucking hospital bracelet leaning on the stanchion. So when it was my turn, I was like, "Ma'am, please, go ahead." And then we happened to be in the parking lot together, and I was like, that's ridiculous. And she goes, oh no, they have a handicap seat over there. I was in it forever. They just kept skipping me. I finally just got in line. I go, equally fucking ridiculous. I didn't yell anything. I was very nice at the DMV because I really wanted to have this ID. But I did do that at the VA clinic the other day because I went there for a regular appointment, and then the nurse comes in, they do your weight and they do your blood pressure, and then she's like, are you a straight man? And I was like, I don't think that's relevant to anything. Can you explain? That's fucking ridiculous. I was laughing. I said it just like that. I'm like, can you explain? I mean, you guys know it's in your computer right there that I've been married to the same woman for fucking almost 30 years. So, I mean, unless that's a really good beard, I don't think that's, you know. And,
I don't think that question is going to be what cracks me out of the closet.
you got
No one's ever put me to the coals like this.
just me and you here, and it's true. Yeah,
Was it a lady or a
it
fellow?
was a lady. And then we went on because then she did my blood pressure. And she's like, that's kind of high. And I go, I don't have blood pressure. I was a little bit agitated, a bit you fucking dumb. Because there was like 2 other dumb questions immediately after. And I was like, just put that I refuse to answer this. I don't, you know, there's all mental health
On a
stuff.
scale
But
of
it's
1
just
to 10,
redundant.
rate your cunnilingus.
And if I answer you honestly, I'm going to the fucking 4th floor, you know, at the hospital. So I'm not going to answer them anyway. So... And then, but she was real nice. And then she goes, let me do it again. We did it again. I go, yeah. I go, I've calmed down now. I go, that was a little ridiculous, though, and all this stuff. Then we visited about things. And then the doctor comes in and, you were rude to my
Sounds like he
nurse.
failed a lie detector test. Sounds like to me.
You were rude to my nurse.
She
I
wrote
go, I was not rude to your nurse. Where is your nurse? I was not rude in any way.
in her paperwork under gay. She wrote possibly.
Yeah, thou doesn't protesteth too much. Oh, that won't fit. I'm just going to put yes.
I liked in stripes where, are you either of you homosexuals? No, but we are willing to learn.
I honestly, what I wanted was just an explanation of why that's a question now when it never has been before. I thought it was interesting and ridiculous and irrelevant. I don't, you know, what diseases am I more, you know, maybe that's the only thing I could think of. We're going to have to screen you for asshole diseases that I'm not aware of because I'm straight. I don't know.
How do you think I got cancer?
It was my pre-cancer screening and I fucked it up.
Have you ever
So what happened? Fucking shit.
I knew where it was going to go. It was just like Andy said, you know, fuck you, fuck this place. And the last time I got upset at the VA hospital was when they told me to leave. And then I told them, I don't think you can find anybody in here that can fucking make me leave. And then they called 911 on me. And I knew that we were right there. So I'll just leave. I won't. And then they called me later. Would you like to reschedule your appointment? No, I would not like to reschedule. Fuck you.
So what? I can't fucking talk.
Yeah.
That shit is.
We'll move it far away. Grandpa mesothelioma over here.
I had to quit smoking. I had whatever vague fucking sickness, and my lungs just.
I would ask him to read, Grandpa, could you read the Three Bears? And I can't because. Can't you just use that in your voice, Grandpa? Can't you just use your wheezing as a character?
So you said, which is perfect for fucking Andy's news for you.
I'm a homosexual.
No, but
Oh,
you're.
I thought he said news.
Yeah.
You just texted me
Yeah.
about how your life has just changed for the worse.
Oh yeah.
My daughter announced that she's pregnant, and she gave us both a cup, and my wife's blind and slow on the draw. I saw Grandpa, and I was like, oh, and I thought, you know, that for me is like, woohoo, or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. And then I got out of the way because my wife's like, I don't need any more, that kind of shit. So then my daughter took it as I was disinterested. And then she took the opportunity when I was being negative about something to jump my shit and said I was negative about that. I showed no reaction when she said she was pregnant and all that. And then later, while we were on the drive, this is a day later, she said, Taylor Swift is engaged. And I was like, what? Taylor Swift? Oh my God, are you kidding me? Oh, wow. Oh, good news. Finally something to break up the monotony of this burned up world. But yeah, I would be a grandpa. And then I wasn't excited. I mean, I really didn't. It's cool for them or whatever, but I think the world's so fucked up. But then they got the genetic marker while they were there, and she said, oh, it's going to be a girl. And that made me happy that it wasn't going to be a little, soldier fighting robots, maybe. It'll be, something different. But I'm going to be a grandpa. I'm going to choose.
Congratulations.
I'm going to go with a title. I had a nephew, and I was his great uncle, and I had him call me the Duke. So maybe I'll come up with something like, something cooler than grandpa.
I'll let you know right now, the little kid usually just calls you whatever the fuck they want to call you, and then you're stuck with it.
Yeah.
It's
angry douche nozzle.
Yeah. Whatever his mom calls you behind your back.
Yeah.
Like a parrot.
Asshole grandpa.
I stopped. Well, I mean, being accused of being negative, which that's kind of my thing. I guess I'm negative.
You definitely have to throw a poker face on for that. My youngest son, I just had to babysit a 3-month-old when I talked to you guys the other day.
Well, this was what you were saying the other day about people who act like when your kid turns 18, it's over, and it's like it just doesn't end, and that's where he was just texting me about.
Well, I got my son who's got the AVM, all the aneurysms in his brain. He's moving back home for like health reasons. Mm-hmm. And then my daughter is also moving back home.
Yeah.
Wow. And
where's she been?
In Globe.
All right.
Yeah. She's been doing good, but she's got an ex that broke into her house and trashed it and stuff. And so she just wants to get the fuck out of there.
When you say move back home, does that mean in your house?
I am the one who was like, well, they're our kids. We have to. Like, I had to sell it to Jenny. I'm like, we can't just let them fall. We did that, even though I didn't really create any of them. But, I was like, we have to do it. But Jenny's already on the, like, well, look at this. She's trying to show me, like, little motor homes and trailers. And she's trying to get at least half of them not in the house with us. But, yeah, I've already been living in the studio. I think I might have to just put a toilet in there, and then I won't have to leave.
So how do you load a Glock?
Let's do it together. Maybe I won't sell my motorcycle. Maybe it has use after all.
Yeah. So, well, it's not a cool club to be in, but. Huh?
Hey, we don't have none.
Yeah.
Hey, cheers, baby.
Hey,
Look at us. Our life is great. Fuck these losers.
Yeah.
1 week till the bus. Speaking of losers.
Yeah, we're taking.
Well, that story changed, didn't it?
Yeah, it was still going to be a bus.
Oh no! Has there been a update?
It's not a double-decker bus. That picture they used of that panoramic view was of a double-decker bus, but we ain't on one.
It was a stock. It was clip.
Yeah, when I read the underneath that, it's the panoramic view. It just means the closest to the driver.
That just means we bought it from the old Doubletree shuttle, and now we're using it for this.
I don't understand. Like,
good news is Wi-Fi.
We'll be filming shit.
Yeah.
And we have the front 2 rows. Alex O'Mara is coming, so there's 8 of us on the bus. And the good news is that I looked at the seating chart when I figured out, oh, fuck, this is not. Because I just thought upstairs we'll be able to smuggle our own booze.
A little mobile party.
Yeah, now we're going to be right beside the driver. So even on the podcast, when we talk shit about how fucking lousy it is to be on a bus for 9.5 hours, which is inherently funny.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how James Inman got away with it.
I want to see if it's funny for Andy as it is for me. When's the last time you went 9.5 hours without smoking weed, Andy?
Yeah, well, the last time more importantly, the last time I was on a bus, I sat right behind the driver. It's like 5 hours in Florida, and I fell asleep, and I woke up and everybody screaming. The bus, we hit a semi truck, and everybody was freaking out.
That's right.
Yeah,
And he has BTSD.
no. The cool thing was I woke up and I was the coolest person on the bus because I didn't witness the accident. Everybody else was shaken up, and I was like, "Hey, calm down. It's not her fault," or whatever.
Making up witness statements.
Yeah, how did you not get a lawsuit out of that? Especially
I called Kirshner, and then I actually, jammed the injury a little more. But yeah, it was a bit before I could get to a doctor. But I did call Jay right away and said I was involved in a bus accident. He goes, "Well, make sure your injuries are documented, and make sure you get a good picture that shows the bruising."
And in that situation, you don't wait to see a doctor. You tell them on the scene.
I fucked up. And I got an Uber to the fucking.
You're on the way
dumb
to a gig.
I know. Yeah.
That's why you can't.
Guess how many people showed up?
Guess how much money?
working for the door.
Same
Were you
number.
working for $30,000?
No, I was working for $0.
Sorry, I'm not gonna make it. I got a better gig.
Yeah.
No shit.
And then you go. Also, I lost work because of it.
Yeah. No,
Because some comedians make up to $20,000.
Yeah, that's it. I wish instead of any of those comedy workshop books I read at one time, or I wish I would have get a grifter's guide to the universe, and always fake injury after every accident. Just lay down and don't give out any information. That would have been good advice.
Yeah.
By the time Jay got to me, I was already away from the scene, and I should have stayed there in a ball crying.
This drink is fucking delicious.
It is.
But it's fucking maddening because
The straw's too small.
I got watermelon and jalapeno.
It's like when you go
It's getting
Jamba Juice.
fucking jammed up.
When you're doing a Jamba Juice, and all of a sudden you can't suck anymore, and it's like a banana wedged in there.
No,
Try that.
no, thank you.
It takes a cocksucker's throat to get those little straws to spit up the fruit.
Oh, so the good news is, I looked at the seating chart, and there's 8 of us, and there's like 22 rows of seats, and there's only 3 other people on the bus as of now, a week out.
Because Vegas is dead.
And if we each fake having to take an emergency shit once, I figured we can get high on the way.
Yeah, there's like a 20-minute stop
okay.
in Phoenix, halfway.
Yeah, I smoked it in 20 minutes.
We're gonna need a bong.
That's fine.
What bong? Just fill it up quick. Get our maximum.
I'll suck down one
Yeah,
of these little
yeah. It,
mini joints.
Yeah, I found maybe they sell them here, but I think it was in Illinois. They had dog walker, just little, like that, just even smaller than that. But
Yeah, my lungs are so fucked after whatever. I thought I was hungover
we won't
from
do
Chicago.
yeah.
Yeah, it was his 60th birthday, and we airplane drank, and I was like hitting walls at the hotel when we got there, and I thought it was just I couldn't catch up from that hangover, but turns out I was sick because when I got back, I didn't smoke for 3 days. I didn't smoke or drink, like Jesus Christ, for 3 days, and I still was fucking sick.
Well,
Like, oh, this is not hangover. This is
You don't think the fact that you didn't even drink for 3 days meant that you were sick?
maybe. maybe.
Oh, that's because I'm sick.
As Doug said on way back in our tour, it's like one of us is going to be dead before the tour's over. We still got time on it. We're going to Vegas. Maybe we can put the official odds up.
Yeah, we said one of us will be dead by the end of the tour, and then by the second night of Chicago, I said by the end of this gig.
Yeah. And I was, that was before my latest C scan, and Doug goes, he's shitting too much blood and puking too much to not have cancer. And I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, he's right. I got cancer.
I knew you tried to bring your alcoholism right back up to Stanhope levels right away. And you can't do that.
Yeah, no,
You have to 12-step your way into that sort of alcoholism.
Yeah, I definitely slowed down my drinking since the Australia day drinking show. Not all the time, but consistently, I've taken it a little easier. Oh, wait, no, that one show that I had ketamine stuck all over my face and went up with my 3rd and 4th margarita of the morning. And I got up there and I was going, oh, fuck, I'm not going to be able to, this is fucked. I'm in I did a long one-man show with no laughs.
That was a while back. That was
Yeah, that was early
Virginia
on.
Beach.
That was
Yeah, Chicago is fucking great. I mean, I had to
those were fun
all right,
shows.
fake it. I am plowing through. Like I was so fucking spent. I was so fucking that I had autopilot, faked all energy. No, there's no fat, just trim right. Everything's down to the fucking beats, and it was great. Like we should be working like that all the time. And so they're great shows, but I was walking off stage going, I can't. I already can't do tomorrow's show.
Like Nick Nolte, I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah, but again, it was more than just a hangover. I love a lot of this set, but I'm just thinking about the gigs and going, wow, we are gonna strip these fucking stolen hotel Bibles like fucking copper wire at a meth head's old high school.
Yeah. Yeah, Bibles have been hot,
Oh, wow.
hot sellers. I think
Yeah, I'm gonna take those.
I think
and
everybody's
sell them.
anxious
Fuck
to read
yeah.
the ending, see what happens. But we won't have merch in Vegas, except
Fuck no. We did one time because
I do
it must have been
remember.
the first time we played there because the Gary, the manager, said to me, "What's up with your fans and the Bibles? Like I keep seeing these people walking around with Bibles and they're Stanhope fans, and then the housekeeping tells me they're taking all the Bibles out of their rooms."
Is that the first time it was ever addressed?
Yeah,
Yeah, by management.
That's fucking
yeah. So yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're selling merch.
No.
They're just
Yeah,
stealing the Bibles for us.
I would think anybody walking around with a religious book at a casino, they're like, I'm not sure that's allowed here.
I'll be selling urine. You won't pass any drug tests with it, but like just in case you're into that, I'm willing to sell it.
Well,
I'll sell your piss. I will sell that.
we were talking about doing these in Vegas as it's just if you want one, Venmo us money, and then we'll let you into the exclusive party that we're already posting for free.
Oh yeah, hang on.
So
I'm gonna send this to Alex right now before I forget. This is from Gary at the Plaza.
ICE will be on the premises, so make sure you have your passports handy.
Here, I sent it to Mimsy because she was
Was it?
first in my phone. This is how they're promoting the football watch.
I have not seen that.
Wait.
No, I just saw it today.
Not with
Doug with a
glasses.
foam finger.
Anyway, there you go.
Hilarious. Should we
Touchdowns and tirades with Doug Stanhope. Game day just got unfiltered. Oh, they think we're gonna have like microphones.
So what do they say? How much are they paying for us to host a podcast? I'll get lippy. That monkey sure can catch. Oh no, he didn't.
They definitely need to Photoshop the post Stanhope face on that one.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it just looks like you leave me alone unless it's important.
One-
Fucking scowl.
Was it one year I went to it? Doug was supposed. He was informally hosting the party, and he wasn't there for the first set of games. I don't know if he made it after noon or whatever, but
No, the last time I was the only one that showed up.
maybe you showed up earlier than the game.
I showed up, pregame probably, or just vaguely pregame, and I waited till the game started, and like one person walked by.
Everybody showed up.
Like no one's fucking getting up at 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning for football.
Apparently, you are with opinions. Maybe we'll just get Annie Letterman.
And that might have been a New Year's too. It might have been a New Year's Day football.
I was thinking some of the shitty behavior I've had at your show at the Plaza. I mean, one time I opened a bit. Me and Becker did a short set, but just going as a person in the audience, I hope to make up for that.
This lady emailed me, Bobby, if you're listening, and said, "Hey, I've seen you every time. I've seen you a million times. I've seen you every time you've been in Vegas. we come out, and I've always had a great time, except for last time when some woman in the audience threw up. And that
good.
made me throw up, and I couldn't stop, so I had to go to my room.
Oh, good. Okay, I thought there was a witness to something that happened
No, it's been
under my
a lot of
table.
vomit.
Thought you were the one that made the lady throw up.
Yeah. Yeah. I said that can't be going on in public, and she threw up. But the one I'll talk about was the drunk driving of the scooter behind the stage.
Oh no.
It was Louis Anderson's scooter.
Brian Hennigan was so pissed off at you.
He quietly threatened to murder. Like if somebody goes, "I'm going to kill you" loud in public, you're like, "Fuck you," you know. But when I'm going to murder you,
Yeah, I remember. I was standing right by Hennigan. He was going to tear you apart.
yeah. But it's a lot. It's like I haven't been on a jet ski for years, but Louis Anderson's scooter, gosh rest his soul, was pretty juiced up to get him out on stage, you know, and just riding out. It was a lot of fun, but yeah, I didn't think about Doug's grown up and he's doing a show and and people, you know. And then the LSD year, which was a separate incident, but my head just melted and I couldn't. I ran into security and they started asking questions like, what are you doing here? And you have a ticket and where's your room key?
Do you remember that when we found him underneath the table on the
He
very top?
wasn't, yeah.
If I was up at that point.
Yeah, maybe
And to get into that elevator, you know, you were at the upper, and it was, I couldn't. And then there were wheelchairs showing up, and then a blind person. I was like, it's just like having a really bad trip. And I was on the phone, and I think it was Brett, and he goes, "Where are you?" And I go, "I'm under a table. I'm okay, but I'm under a table." And then the elevator opens, and then they get off, and then I'm like,
the penthouse, that little elevator vestibule. There's that table on the back wall, and
Yes.
fucking terrified underneath that little table.
yeah. It was right after Bart Starr died. I know that because they started
I
having
think it's already like it's too cliched because of Fear and Loathing to have a bad trip in Las Vegas, but you lean into the fucking
I leaned into it that
characters so
time.
much.
I leaned into that one. Me and Chad both looked at those big cubes and Chad goes, "No." And I was like, "No."
I took mine in the privacy of my own home months later.
And it went well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, yeah, it wasn't in the fucking Las Vegas, dude.
Yeah.
That's not the place for ass.
Yeah. Fremont is
Camping
no
is
place.
more my ideal place for ass.
Yeah. Fremont is no place you want to just soak in the thing and then take it into your brain.
You
And go,
know.
okay.
The kid that I met him in AA when I went to AA for several months, Hector, and he's the guy that actually turned me on to Fear and Loathing. And then when we were out of AA, quickly, that we had to do acid and go to the Circus just because it was the best book I'd ever read up until Sam Tallent's Running the Light. And we were at we throw the softball into the milk jug impossible game, and he's just just watching the balls fly. It's like, wee! And I walked up and I said, "I'm only going to show you this one time." Put $1 down and fucking got my ball and just did this while making eye contact with him, and it swished.
Shit.
It was a fucking trail. I got a Bart Simpson doll, and I said, one time.
That's
Starting to walk away. And then I thought, wait, what if I can keep doing that?
you ruined it.
Perfect
You ruined it.
I fucking ruined it.
Oh no.
That's
Still pretty goddamn good story.
What'd you do with the dog?
Well, no, I just kept fucking throwing ball. Like, God damn it.
Oh.
I could have just, I had it. I had the look.
I did the perfect watermelon toss today over my head.
All right. So
But I-
that,
yeah.
yeah.
I did the Brett Farwell, you know, like I knew it was going over the fence. Anyway, legal matters.
Little javelina.
Yeah,
feeding.
yeah, little pig feeding.
Upper Decker.
Which is what I was thinking when you talked about the bus. Depending on how the experiences goes. I mean,
When I found out it's not a double decker, I thought, all right, well, maybe if we move it to the back of the bus, because we will. I mean, this is not a Greyhound. It's called Flixbus, and then they're kind of updated. It's still a bus, and it's still
The
70
short
bucks.
bus.
Yeah, it's like a night. They're bright green. Bingo will love it just for the color. So I thought we'll move it to the back of the bus, and we'll be by the chair, and that way we can still, not have the eye of the fucking driver and ear. And then one of the 3 people other than us that's on the bus got the one right beside the toilet in the back. And that's someone who's probably fucking smoking weed.
Yeah, podcast guest. Let's move to the back of that guy. Bring him into the party. We're all fine.
Did you ever hear of the Green Tortoise bus?
Oh.
That was a hippie bus that ran from, I don't know, it definitely went to Frisco, but West Coast, hippies and him, It sounds cool, but once you're in a bus full of hippies, that ain't that great. But they'd smoke weed, had hammocks and jammed and such. Hopefully that won't be going on. I'll be the hippie on our bus.
When I was in the Army, I had to take a bus from Kentucky to South Carolina, and the only thing you do is stop and eat fast food. And then at one point, I kept farting on the bus, and they had to stop the bus like 3 times because they thought the toilets were backed up. Man, broke. I was just sitting there silently proud of myself. And I'm like, I stopped the bus. My farts.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah, the Greyhound will keep, that guy got his head hacked off. I think they still went a few miles up the road after that.
Well, that was in Canada. Yeah, you're allowed to do
the
that.
Canadians were too, it looked like it
They let that guy right out, too. So he's just wandering around now.
Yeah.
Maybe he's our bus driver.
Yeah, the first time we played,
Oh, yeah.
we played, we were in the murder hotel, and they showed us where this
The
famous
bathtub.
murder happened in a bathtub.
We got in the bathtub.
Yeah, and then they were telling us about the bus murderer, the decapitation. I was just gonna ask Bingo if she could make us one, but if you grab Bingo, you grab the ice.
I'll get it.
You got it.
Cool, thanks.
Bingo's with child. She should be.
With child.
Oh.
That would be frightening.
And it's Chucky.
Andy came home with last we were on the podcast, poolside there, Fountainside. Andy had just lost his phone again, and now he came home with 3 phones.
Yeah, look at these. They're both mine. And I have a third one I'm watching.
We did find his phone was in that green room, wedged into a seat cushion.
Well, you can see.
And it's like,
But in the meantime,
it's like a resume for being a drug dealer. Like, I'm not a drug dealer, but I could be if you're hiring.
Well,
I have the gear.
go back to the last thing taken, and then I'm standing by that guy,
yep.
and then it goes missing after that.
What are you saying? Was that guy's
Well,
fault?
we both remember handing it to that guy to do a picture, and he was going to take a picture of the 3 of us. That picture never happened. So it wasn't my fault at all.
I don't remember you handing it to that guy.
What kind of a guy steals your phone and then sends
No, I
it
didn't
back
think,
to
I didn't
you?
think he stole it. He was a little bit under the weather, snowed in,
yes.
a little snowed in, if you will. And I thought, when I'm sketchy under the
So
weather.
he didn't realize he did it until it was
thought
time to
he
mail it back.
He didn't. He
didn't.
It ended up in a couch cushion, and the manager found it. So,
Yeah.
Did you guys? One of you guys leave this phone?
But I knew.
It's different than Andy's stuff.
Hang on. This Andy. This.
All right, I want one of these if you guys have some left over. You guys
Yeah.
are making me jealous.
Yeah, we'll do it. Skinnier
Ice up.
greeted. Did you already? Oh, you already skinny greeted.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, so he lost his phone. Then the manager said, "I'll send him to his house." But meanwhile, he's on the road. So I got my burner phone from Alex, and so he had that phone while he's waiting for his other phone to
This
get
is his
home.
birthday, right?
So then
Yep.
he gets home and buys another phone.
No. I bought it previously.
Oh, okay.
It was just in a bag waiting for my. I thought you had to put a card in it, but apparently they just anyway. I wanted to because I got these 2 extra phone numbers, and I'm tired of people calling me, so I'd rather just have a phone. That doesn't. So
Hold on, can we go back to having extra phone numbers? Because I get how you can do it, but how does it accidentally happen? You're
time
like, I don't know what to do with all these phone numbers.
T-Mobile is good at upselling, but I said I want to cancel our 4th line. We have me, my wife, and my daughter all on the same thing, but we have a 4th phone. I don't know where it is. So I go, I want to cancel that 4th line. And then they
Your
go,
bill go
how
up.
about this? And they give me 5 lines.
And your bill
So-
goes down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I get it.
I have 5 numbers, but now I have 2 phones, so I can, not be-
Verizon just emailed me the other day, like, do you want a second phone number for your phone? And I was like, what kind of fucking asshole does that? And then I was like, well, if you're dating, and I was like, I guess that does make sense. I don't use the phone number I have, so I don't need a fucking second one. It seems ridiculous to me.
Andy's using the burner phone, which they use to put Instagram shit up, is what they say. But then he shared something.
It opens the floodgate of sharing everything.
So all of a
your
sudden,
phone.
he's on my fucking burner phone. He's pictures of his life are coming up on my phone. Squirrel pictures and shit.
Everything's connected, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was totally losing it. Like, no, man, my phone touched it. I don't even. It's like,
I got in the red car. I got in the red car, and Bingo's fucking phone is hooked up to my car. I'm like, how is his? And she goes, well, I just figured out how to set it up on my car, and they're both fucking Hyundais. So
The cars are connected.
yeah, I think I honestly, there's no other way because
That's good.
the fact that she
do it in
figured
your
that out
phone.
on her own for her own car for
It's
the
a
first
fucking
time,
miracle.
and then all of a sudden it's hooked up to mine too.
no, it's not a miracle. Do the research. The machines, but yeah, there's.
Oh yeah,
That definitely freaked me out when I started seeing memories of my life on Doug's phone. It's like, what the fuck, you weirdo? How dare you?
Speaking of weirdo, they also fucking not only do they use it for Instagram, but they have a Burger King app.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, like they phone
you don't want
ahead.
to sweat the line.
They phone ahead or they get prizes.
Wait till you get into their OnlyFans account.
With their paper crowns on. Their
I think they had chilies on there. There was another embarrassing one. Yeah, chili.
Man, I went to Applebee's yesterday after I had my whole fiasco at the DMV. I was like, I gotta drink more of this, and I hadn't eaten anything. So I'm like, still go to Applebee's, and then you can eat. That fucking Applebee's is horrible.
Oh my God.
Every single time.
I didn't know they still had Apple.
Every single fucking time it's bad, and I know it. It's just.
Did we cover the Cracker Barrel incident?
I don't even know about a Cracker
Oh,
Barrel.
Doug got shorted his breakfast, and he said he always a generous tipper, over tipper in every situation. But we walked out of Cracker Barrel without tipping him, and I tried to steal something, but it fell hard to get on the
Oh
floor.
wait, hang on. I vaguely remember this.
Well, you didn't get you wanted your egg and your thing, and they didn't bring they never brought your toast.
Yeah, and that's the whole fucking point of the breakfast. It's a fucking. I put the egg on the bacon on the toast and make my nice little sandwich.
And they never brought his toast, and he brought it up, and then she goes, and then at some point she brought me biscuits, and I'd never fucking ordered biscuits. I've never been to, that's
And
not
like
something I would
every
say.
Cracker Barrel,
Do you
it is
think
a
it's-
fucking screaming child fest of fucking.
Do you think it's because
families.
you guys are gay and they didn't approve of that? And they're like, just fuck their order.
They refused to
Don't
serve.
give him his toast and give him biscuits he didn't even want.
We
those
ordered
bags.
chicken sandwiches at Chick-fil-A, and they said, "Go fuck yourselves, faggots." So we fucked ourselves and had chicken sandwiches at Kentucky Fried Chicken. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't even remember where that was.
That was I don't know, but it was you walk in and it was like every table was a bunch of old people shouting
But
to hear
what
each
city
other.
was that in? Because it couldn't have been Chicago.
Fuckville. We
Chicago
must have been
wasn't
by
a
an
fucking-
airport. I mean, it was the only choice we had.
I love that it's such a whirlwind that neither one of you. It's like it's one of those breakfasts. Fuck, I don't know. We have them all over.
But when you go to
Well,
a
we didn't have a car.
Yeah,
the only
yeah.
time you go to Cracker Barrel is when it's on an exit, a highway exit.
Yeah.
I can't imagine where we would have been where it was a Cracker Barrel walking distance.
I remember there was a Hooters in walking distance, and I went there a couple of times, and it was fucking gross for reasons I didn't expect. Of just like a filthy couple
Yeah,
saying
we talked
awful shit to but Cracker Barrel was in the same. There was no other place to walk to, or we would not have done the Cracker Barrel. I can't even believe we were in one. we're that age where you just find yourself in the middle of a Cracker Barrel. Like I don't remember.
Recollection.
And no, you don't remember it.
Yeah.
It's not like it was a blackout drunk.
I was
breakfast.
I was really tired, and then a bright light, and then I woke up and I'm in the middle of this thing, and I'm getting 15% off because I'm 60.
Cracker Barrel's out there roofing old guys.
Maybe there's an ice that just goes around gassing old people and putting them in Cracker Barrels. I hate this franchise. No, you don't. You love pie. Oh, I love it here. They got them big chairs out front.
I think you talking about you've reached a certain age. I realized when I had to be in public the last few weeks more than normal. And I was like, why am I all of a sudden calling everybody boss? Is it just that age thing? Thanks, boss. Hey, we're not thanks, boss. Every time I have to interact with another person, I don't call him boss.
Ever since August 19th,
Fuck that happened.
ever since August 19th, I've been calling everybody youngin. You youngins. Damn it.
I asked Susie this morning at Safeway, I go, at what age do you just start talking to yourself in Safeway? Because I've never, more than any place I've ever been regularly, Safeway.
Yeah.
Just people shamelessly talk to themselves like, oh, yeah, well, I don't think the cat likes that.
Oh, they won't care if I. Here's my grandma at Safeway, and she was a deaf lady, so she would. You could hear it 3 or 4 rows away, and she'd go, "Oh, they won't care if I just take a sample." And I'd go running over, taking Brax candies and opening up several and putting a few in her purse. Shit, like just fucking shamelessly shoplifting, talking about other people in the store. Oh, that old woman, or it's like just shut the fuck up. She had dyed red hair and cankles and a big fatty. So it's like, man, don't start a fucking fight you can't win, Grandma. That's what this is was on issues, but my grandma one time, my family, it was an embarrassment. My old man would never get out of the car because he's in a wheelchair and nobody wants to be seen with a wheelchair in public. But he got out one day, we went into the barn, and my mom's heel caught on whatever, and she fell over. So we got a wheelchair, an old loud woman, and my mom just toppled over. And then inside the store, there's Wildlife Safari has get your picture taken with a tiger, and I think I was sitting early in high school, so I just bolted away from my family. My mom fell down. My dad's like, "Oh, what a clumsy," saying shit. And then my grandma was always embarrassing. So then I disappear, walk up the mall, and then I come back like maybe 5 minutes later, something like that. And my dad's sitting in this chair. And my mom's there, and I go, "Where's Grandma?" And my dad goes, "Oh, she got mauled by the tiger." and like she had time to even get there is amazing, because she somehow got up there for a photo, probably just squeezed in, sat down, and started calling for me for a photo. And I taken off because I was embarrassed of him, and her calling for me got the tiger. Pierced her fucking papery skin with.
It's not fucking Santa. It's a tiger.
I know. No, she woke the tiger. It clawed her.
His laugh.
And I go, and my dad goes, "She just got mauled by a tiger." He was pretty funny that way, but he was kind of sheepishly said and I go, "You're kidding?" And I go, "Where is she?" And he goes, "Well, follow the blood trail." And then I was like, "Oh fuck, there's a blood trail going all the way down to the back of the store." And there's my grandma loudly going, "Don't worry, I won't sue." I'm like, "Oh fuck, I got here a second."
Another in the Andrus lineage where you could have cleaned up and never had to work another day in your life.
No shit.
He doesn't work another day in his life anyway.
It would have been a lot easier.
Yeah.
But on the upside, we did get 8 passes to go drive through Wildlife Safari out of it. And that tiger got put down. Sorry I couldn't have been there.
Is there a pen around?
Yeah, it's called a vaping pen, and hippies used it to get a lift out. Lift out.
There's one right there.
Oh, thanks. That's the one I brought. Never work another day. That is a workable bit about most of my social circle. Never have to work another day of my life.
Yeah.
He don't.
Oh man, yeah.
Eric, Kenny, and fucking Andy says today, he's like, how many Mexicans does Trump have to deport before Kenny can get some work?
A lot.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be there won't be any left.
That's some days I have when I start getting irrationally angry about all the stuff, I'm about to go to jail, and that's I'll remember there's a line Harvey Keitel had in that movie with the vampires From Dusk Till Dawn. Are you so fucking stupid you can't realize when you've won? Like, why are you gonna go to jail? Just go home.
Yeah.
It's like jail, but better. You know? Nobody at all from there.
Fucking ass cushions. I got that, and they
When did
should
they
be
come?
here. I did because those waffle cushions that we fucking used for Ukraine, the inflatable ass cushions. They were fucking $4.94 on Amazon. So I got 10 of them, so I can hand out all 8 people on the bus get a free ass cushion for the ride.
Oh man.
Because you might come in here.
And we could sign them and sell them as merch.
Yeah, and compared to the Tucson show, a
Lord.
bus can't.
Yeah, have you made
Possibly
sure all
be
evidence
worse.
of that show got burned?
Yeah, no shit. I don't realize how drunk I was. So I watched the last podcast that went out, and I went, "Oh wow, we were drinking at the pool, podcasting at 3:00 in the afternoon for a 7:00 show." But it was one of those shows where you want to address the elephant in the room that this fucking room is It's called the Rock, and it's a rock and roll like heavy metal kind of club. And I push these like horrific fucking metal bar stools down on the floor to make seating, but what it's usually a bloody toothless mosh pit.
Or as Butters said, I've never been in this place so fully dressed.
Oh,
So they have gay underwear parties at Butters.
Oh, that's right. He was.
So it's not just a rock and roll; it's also a cock and go.
And it was only like we only sold 80 tickets. I mean, I think you could have. It's one of those where their capacity is, well, how many chairs do we actually own? Because we don't usually use them. So I cut it at 80. We could have put more people, and there'd just be more people.
Less oxygen.
Sorry that I made you come out to that place. And you want to go on stage and go, wow, this fucking sucks, and address it. But the point is, I sought out that gig. Like, we came to them. They opened on a Monday that they weren't anyway. So I couldn't take the piss out of the club.
There was no Hennigan sitting in the back booth.
Yeah.
You fucking, are you kidding?
Yeah, there's no one to blame. Usually he'd find these places, but no, Whittles found out.
Imagine being, a partner in this and not having, I can't go to you and go, God damn, the Booker sucks.
They have a weekly show there for fucking
Oh, yeah,
local
yeah.
comics, like a weekly mic, and they have to do that with fucking 4 people.
Right. That was
They're someone else's friends.
But what made it though, there was just not a lot of oxygen in that space. Everybody's wedged in, and it was hot as fuck. And there was one big fan directed at the bartender.
Giant, like industrial fan.
Yeah, the one fan that could have.
It's 109. It's Tucson.
You guys are making me feel less bad about telling you I'm not going to show up.
And then at some point, while we were doing merch right across from that, I turned the fan to us, and he goes, "Oh yeah, help yourself," but kind of snotting, And Doug usually don't like wind. But
Can you tell me why it was so twat heavy?
Oh yeah, well, that was like half women, which you never see at a stand-up.
For fucking real, it really was heavy. It was so bizarre.
I have a pander piece.
They weren't
to-
cheerleaders.
I have a pander piece about women and having sympathy for women because they're bleeding or whatever, and that was the biggest reason. It's like, wait, there's way too many women in here, because that's just
That's funny because and one day we'll get me watching Andy on a monitor when he's on stage. What I'm going to follow, and it's just me. And every time you do that fucking bit, I yell pandering to a green room of no one listening. Pandering. One day you're gonna get
Yeah,
full, just my director's commentary of your set live in action.
And I'll watch
And
it.
it won't make any difference.
Oh, you know what?
No, my
don't
my
have the
imperfections are
plaza.
my perfection.
I don't have the plaza. I don't remember the green room. It's just kind of like a half of it's like part of the stage.
Yeah.
What I remember.
Yeah.
I don't know if they
A
have
little
a
room
monitor.
off the back. Yeah, I've never seen it.
I sent him my rider. I haven't heard back. I wanted that scooter.
Maybe we can get that. Well, Bingo will be on the road a bunch, so we'll get it with that little camera on the road. I won't fuck with it in Vegas.
Bingo, since you started working the merch, I watch it at different. So I was at a Billy Strings concert, and I got a hat. This guy, but he was like you. He was friendly, and then he was going. You gonna get a hat with no shirt? And then you seen the stickers and shit.
Wait, Billy Strings, you saw him at the same place, the arena?
So yeah, Matthew Knight Arena basketball.
And he's selling his own merch?
No, Billy Strings wasn't. No, well he's
The merch person?
watching the merch
All right.
people. No, Billy. Yeah,
All right. I
no.
thought you were saying Billy Strings is go, hey.
No, Billy Strings. He came out and posed.
Fucking on mushrooms.
He came
They're
out.
all
He
sweaty.
came out and posed for 70,000 selfies with people or whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Billy Strings. Did you?
Yeah,
were
yeah.
you on hallucinogens at all?
No, I was with my daughter, who I found out she was pregnant before that, and we were up in upper seat. So I was like, you know what, you want to go? I was like, you want to go early and let them, out early and shit, because I was like, I don't want her to have to hold gear,
How
but I would have.
pregnant is she?
It's due in March, so I don't know. I haven't done.
Oh, so there's time.
Yeah.
It's still legal
Talk
to get
her-
rid of that one.
Nah, she's happy about it. So I don't think I would present that. As people have said, I'm negative already.
Everybody's got their price.
Yeah.
You
Listen,
can talk to
look
her,
at it.
Stanhope.
You look at it this way, Andy. Your daughter married a successful guy, and she's have a life together. And my son, they didn't even have a goddamn car, and they decided to have a baby. I'm like, you think you decided to get a car before you fucking
Did they decide to have a baby, or
a-"
did they just
Well,
fuck?
one of them decided to have a baby, and my son's too dumb to prevent
Oh
it.
man. Yeah.
This is-
Wow.
my mom or my wife tries to blame it on the one side or or the other. Or not really, but
You
just tongue
can't
in cheek.
teach your kids or grandkids to, pull out and jack off 5 times before you come. Make sure there's
I feel like the biggest disappointment of all, because that was my one accomplishment that I always thought I did as a parent, because I really brainwashed the shit out of them about not needing to create new people and having kids.
Oh,
is
man,
a
yeah.
fucking fool's game, and life's so much easier if you just do it by yourself, and it's not even that easy then, so don't fuck it up and complicate it. And then, once they start spitting out kids, I'm like, I'm the failure. I failed.
I did this big monologue once in front of my daughter about this family. It was just jamming a whole aisle. They were Hispanic, but that was beside the point. My point was like, oh, sure, just
Now it's the point.
now, yeah, well, now it seems like racist rant or whatever, but I didn't say it was Mexicans. I go, sure, it's just, and my daughter thinks I'm negative because of things like that.
I had a bit. I don't even know where it lives. Maybe you guys remember. It was about sharing a shuttle bus with a hotel shuttle, and they're taking me to the comedy club that's in a mall, and the other older couple behind me are going to wherever else in the mall. And the shuttle driver says, "Oh, so you're the comedian?" And I'm like, yeah. And then of course that starts. He's the comedian. You should go see him. And I'm like, they're not. You wouldn't. It's not your thing. And I forget how that bit winds up. It's a very funny bit. But like there was a black couple, and I caught myself saying that like when I was retelling the story. They did actually come to the show, and because I made the show about them, that once you attach their ego, and I forget the point of the bit, but what I said as a black couple, people just expected it to go in a direction. And so once I just made it an older couple, as the bit had nothing to do with their race.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they weren't gonna like you no matter what color they were.
Yeah, unless I attack their ego, and that knows no racial boundaries. The ego. That's how when I was young and what did you?
I know nothing.
I missed it too. Yeah. Oh, I thought that was legit.
I think your vagina fell out her butthole again, or whatever was happening.
I played Reno as an unknown when they had a comedy club there. And all the fucking blue hairs had come in with walkers and stuff because they got free tickets from the slot, attendant. And so I would just go right out and I go, yeah, hey, I know that it says XXX rated, blah, blah, blah. The manager came to me tonight and said, hey, you got to tone it down tonight because there's a bunch of old people out there. Huh? Like what? Like my generation, don't do a bunch of blowjob jokes. Like my generation invented the blowjob. You'd have no idea what I'm talking about. They're like, oh yeah, just get them right on board.
Yeah.
Fuck this manager who doesn't exist.
That had to be a fun time in your career, I guess.
yeah.
Way
When
better.
you get-
Fucking way better. When no
I-
one had, all they expected was comedy night.
I
And they had a coupon.
I don't know.
Fuck them.
There was it was a casino that had a comedy room in it. I think in Pasco, Washington, and there was a Moose, like Marty Moose in front. It was called something Moose room. But the one, I was a 3-nighter. Second night, I figured out. Well, the whole audience was Hispanic. Nobody. And I said, "Can anyone understand what I'm saying?" Clap. No. And then so when the server would leave, that was the only employee in the room. And when she would leave, I'd go, "Por favor, get aluminum foil, get pizza to go."
Pour before?
Why should
I say pour before?
I-
Or before pizza, aluminum foil.
Yeah, like that. Like
Spanish, you know.
No, I mean I know it ain't Spanish, but I was like I was trying to expedite them to take their pizza to go. I know you're all here for free pizzas,
Get 100.
but those would be the fun tapes to watch. Is like that. And then I went out and punched the Moose in the face. Oh yeah.
I think doing something just for the fun of it, like that. Like the other day, yesterday, I think when I was in town, when I was over at Applebee's, and I had like my 3rd giant beer, and I thought, what if I just started a hobby where like I just hit on women, like just so they felt better. Like I don't want to hook up with you at all. Like you would be like, no, that's not like just. Because when you had to do it, you didn't have the confidence to do it when you needed to do it. Well, now I don't need the confidence. I have all the confidence in the world because I don't want to bang you. I just want to fucking make you, just spread some joy in the
That
world.
is great.
Is your pussy as dry as your skin?
I don't think my wife would approve with that idea, but it could be a hobby.
Is your carpet shag
You
too?
could be a YouTuber doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just found that cart shamer. A guy goes around.
Returned
Yeah,
valor.
yeah.
Yeah, that was my gig.
Fuck someone uglier than you.
Yeah.
That was an old bit. Maybe
Oh
possibly
man, I
a closure.
remember that.
Yeah. That's on that thing you put out. They just put up, they found a gig from Tacoma. Not Tacoma, Olympia, maybe. What was it? Anyway, you'd recognize it. Do you know where it's?
It was Tacoma.
It was Tacoma, the underground
Yeah.
place, dance club uptown.
Right.
comedy
Oh, yeah.
downstairs.
Oh, fuck yeah.
From 2001. It looks like it had black hair. It's like really
Was
dark
it a hair
hair.
hat or was it?
No. I think it's just the quality of the video.
Okay.
He was just young. He forgot what he looked like when he was young.
That gig. I was doing that gig. I forget even who was before me, but I alienated the crowd. There's this lady up in front yapping, or kind of in the middle, and then she was upstairs, and there was a dude. Anyway, I said, called her a cunt. And then her boyfriend starts chiming in. They're not sitting together. And then this dude, he was a military ex or whatever. He spent the evening trying to get me in a place where he could beat my ass. and I'm pretty good at catching things out of the corner of my eye.
Oh, yeah.
And such. And I put a craft hammer, and Bingo will be familiar with, not quite a hammer, but a craft hammer.
Worse.
Yeah.
So I got
know.
It's like a knife
I
hammer.
have.
Like a shank hammer.
I had that in my pants waiting for this guy to fucking get me cornered and to swing away.
But how did you? Let's not gloss over. Where did you get a craft hammer on short notice?
I was hiding in every crevice of the club. So this guy was out here. I would go back into the
Yeah,
kitchen.
but where did the hammer come from?
It was in an office on the shelf.
All right, you didn't bring it with
It was
you.
in his shoe. I love it if Andy pulled a craft hammer out of his shoe. It's my shoe hammer. Well, you know.
Wait just a minute.
I actually tacked the soles onto my shoes with it, and then I put them in the
You
heel.
don't keep your shoe hammer in your shoe, you fucking asshole.
It's like the Fall Guy. When I'm not doing comedy, I do a little shoe repair. I'm also
On
a
the side.
comedian cobbler. No, not the dessert. I fix shoes, man.
I'll make dessert. Fuck it. Give me some stuff. I'm in.
Quit giving me blackberries, man. I'm a shoe repair salesman. But I can't. This guy was fucking out for it, and I even mentioned that I mentioned Oregon in my act. Anyway, it happened to snow that night, so I finally got out a door. This guy was over here. Take off to my car. Footprints in the sand, or in the snow, to my car, and I also puked. Because I was prepared for the fight by taking pain, getting a little liquor like they do in the West when they go, they're going to cut a limb off. Give me a little whiskey. So if this guy's going to assault me, I wanted to be fucked up, but I was too fucked up. But I got to my car and I was ready to get to safety, my car wouldn't start. I left the light on and the thing. So basically, this guy's stalking me. I get to my car with the claw hammer, and now I left a trail to my car, and I can't go anywhere.
Okay.
So I hunkered down for the night, and fortunately, he was an Army, not Marine, or he would have found me and killed me. So it was very obvious, There's some footprints, and
Or he was way less dedicated to the fight than you were.
he was pretty mad. I've had people threaten me, and people, want to take a shot at me, but this guy was doing all the fuck. He was cornered. I mean, I got cornered like 3 or 4 times, but just a little squirt room where I could shove a fatty in front of him and wedge over to another corner.
I would love to watch you piss more people off. When we were in Florida, I got to see that guy so mad. He wanted to fight everybody. It wasn't even just you. He wanted to fight everybody because of you.
Yeah, and his lady walked into the green room.
The
Daytona Beach.
but the lady is the cunt that I.
Yeah.
I think so. It was
They got.
two of them.
It was a couple that he was mouthy during the show. Got evicted. Figler jumped up to take. I was waiting for you to unlimb the guy, but Figler walked him out. Then the lady goes.
Never go to jail if there's another guy.
Yeah. So she comes into the green room and she goes, "You're just here by yourself, huh?" And I go, "Bitch, I'll fucking punch you in your face." And she walked out the door.
I do remember being into the middle of it to the extent that at one point the guy, and I just remember he was kind of a small guy with a big fucking run his mouth, and he had a cross, a gold cross.
Yeah.
And that was the only details I remember, but the other detail I remember is he was standing right at the top of the stairs, and I was like, well, that's just fucking the dumbest place to sit and talk shit. So all I got to do is just kick him once in the chest and knock him down the stairs. So.
Their walkout was, and this was cool because they dropped Jesus, or I knew they were Jesus people. The cross was one of the clues, but there was others, and a very openly gay night manager got to tell him, you cannot go back into that comedy room. In fact, we're going to call the police if you and you're not allowed to leave your hotel room tonight. You're under house arrest.
This is not the manager you were looking for.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh yeah, they didn't know how to. They thought.
If it would have, he could. I mean, it was like he said about the black. You can't say anything at that point. You're already in deep. You can't let loose with you. Okay, I'm arrested.
I'm just now I'm realizing I'm fucking high
From secondhand, or did you?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, well, then I should just light up another one if you're already high.
I'll start a coffee fit. Like I can't smoke. That's how I quit smoking.
No, I saw
for
it.
a week.
I saw, and you cleared up right away once there was no more smoke. You were back.
Yeah,
to normal.
I quit for 3 days solid. Then night 4, I had a couple of drinks, and I'll just.
It's sick.
And I just trying to inhale. I was coughing like that. I still managed to smoke a handful of cigarettes. Like
Sick.
Does it feel weird? Does it feel weird to have aged out of smoking?
I can't do it.
That's what I'm saying. You can know you've
Yeah,
aged out.
I remember when I'd work with Doug years ago, and I'd get home and I had clean laundry. I'd open the suitcase and it was like, oh man, everything smelled like cigarettes. I have to rewash everything, and I thought someday he's gonna regret this. Someday.
People would buy merch, and my mother was shipping stuff for me, covered it.
Yeah.
Covered in cat hair, smelling of cigarettes. Most people enjoyed that. Because it's authentic.
Note the card. There's a little semen and blood on it.
Anyway, I was just looking around at stuff and we did rush you this morning. Thank you for doing this early because we didn't want to.
We're again, we're at an age where it's like, let's just bang this out early so we can go to bed at 3 in the afternoon and get up.
But I was thinking about like, what if we just auction off because we get the eBay thing go. Oh yeah, the fucking racist shit. Well, yeah, that was our last whatever podcast that went out. Hey, coming up on eBay yard sale. Hey, this jacket. We'll put this jacket out. Bingo, you want to put that coin out?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's right here.
So yeah, this is a beautiful. This is a, what would you call it? It's maybe a Merlot. No, it's a Burgundy wine. It's a wine color. It's a let's say wine.
I'd call it wine.
I'll say Merlot.
Wine.
Bingo
Do you
found
want the
this.
story
been
or
to
not?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think we do.
It's not
Actually,
appropriate.
you know what? Let's because that's
I don't want to do bumps.
I don't want to.
Oh no, he's
Yeah,
not.
No bumps for me today.
Yeah, we'll save that for another.
It's a good story for later.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, I was thinking maybe we could just auction off something from this set until it's no longer here, and then we stop the podcast.
Anybody want to buy some reefer?
Go to it. I realize we're out of booze. I can't.
Well, we did have the champagne that we never got to, but
There's some vodka and there's
There's vodka and nothing. Oh wait, there's a fucking long drinks.
yeah. Woohoo! Check the fridge.
it's not.
Those are on sale. If you like the long drinks, they're actually on sale now for $4.97 a 6-pack.
Not really.
I'm putting odds on him.
Limit 4.
They're decent.
I know it's unethical, but
Yeah, you can't.
Is that
influence
fucking
it.
frequent or this just gets stopped?
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah, well, we'll talk. This is the first we've seen the set.
I love it.
yeah, it's very Australian. I feel like I'm in the outback. They got a stuffed wombat in the corner. Ever seen one of those up close?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think Andy doesn't fucking inhale.
You proposed this theory on a drunken phone call to me. Now that you bring it up,
Yeah, and that's why it was immediately fucking smoky.
it was the same phone call that they called me and said they were considering jerking off together to the Golden Girls.
It is a lot.
And I said,
spicier.
you guys, I don't want to have to flip through and find the fucking Golden Girls. But they said they just needed me to be on the phone. And
Oddly, I don't remember this.
yeah,
we were.
why I'm telling it, because I assumed you did.
It started with basically the Ginger Marianne debate over Golden Girls, and it escalated from there. But B. Arthur is a lot more attractive to me as an older man than I remember I thought she looked like a dude, and now I'm like, hey, that dude's kind of hot.
How does it feel to know that all of the Golden Girls were younger than you at that time?
That could be true.
That is true.
Yeah.
They were super young. She was like younger than some of the other ones.
No, she was the
we
youngest one.
Yeah, we gotta look it up because I read
Yeah.
this and I even double checked it because I go, that can't be true.
Yeah.
Because I've been looking into conspiracy theories. So I don't have nothing else to
That's
talk to
the
Chat
word.
GPT about. The other day I said, hey, how many gallons of water flow through Niagara Falls all the time like that? It's like 350 million gallons. Like, where the fuck does that water come from? How come there's not been conspiracy theories about this? I don't understand where all that water's coming from. And apparently it just comes from one of
You
the Great
need a new
Lakes. I don't know that much about geography.
I don't know. I can't recite the 2 facts, but Derek hit me with 2. We get the 6th fewer days of cloud cover than maybe he has chat. Give me something interesting to say.
Well, I got this Audible book. It's there's something about the book of ignorance, or the general ignorance, something book of general ignorance. It's just like silly shit. You know. And here's another fact. You know, all that water they're telling you to drink, you don't really need to drink that much water. The huddle in football comes from a deaf school that played football, and all the other football teams would call out their plays, and they would use sign language, which was fine and advantage until they played another deaf school, and then they're like, oh fuck! So that's when they created the huddle to hide the fucking ASL, and that's stuck in football for the rest of
Was this written by James Inman?
I'm proposing.
This doesn't sound real.
The point
I'm
is,
proposing a segment where Derek tells exactly the same and then the one team
what I told Derek on that drive to the airport, like
the facts of life with Derek.
Like we want to have this like ready for it. Anytime you have to pick someone up at the airport, rather than you say just dumb shit, just put this book on tape on, so they don't have to respond or act like they're interested.
Yes, I've been doing well, thank you. The biggest tree in Arizona is actually.
A rose book.
He's kind of he was kind of Cliff Clavin-esque, but I go, man, it's nice to have a little cloud cover, and he goes, we only get 23 days a year on cloud cover. It's the least like what? I can't I mean, I wouldn't spend the time fact checking it, but how do you know, and why is that coming? But how smart are you underneath this mask of dumb?
Well, maybe Derek has a weather station like I have now, and I might have to get with him.
I was up and actually remembered this morning for old man
when I skipped it.
Yep.
Yeah. I skipped. Well, because I was asleep already when you texted me last night. But then I woke up at midnight and saw your text, and so I'm like, oh, whenever I get up for Wordle in the morning, I'll tell him, yes, I'll definitely open that.
That's
But,
who.
But
I like to get on there at certain. No one that peeps everybody, or if their phone's on. It's like that early. If I'm up at 3:30, I like to get the Wordle in because I know it'll beep and somebody will be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I saw it. Andy texted me at fucking 4:10 in the morning. I'm wide awake and staring at a blank TV or dark TV. And this is like 5 something. I'm like, well, you want to go to breakfast? And then I had to ask him on his other phone, have you wordled yet? Do you want to go to breakfast? He's not answering any of his phones. Then he texts me back around 6 something. He texts me something
From the.
and then I responded, and and immediately, and he doesn't respond.
you have 2 phones. You have 2 phones, and you won't talk to nobody.
Yeah, but he's texting me, and then doesn't respond when I text back. So then at 7:00 something, he fucking. I said, you want to go to breakfast? And he said, and then he left. I heard him fucking leave the house, and then he texts me. Yeah, I just ordered oatmeal down here at War and Peace Cafe. Like, I asked you if you want to go out for breakfast before you left. Yeah, I heard you fucking leave. I heard the door shut.
Pick up a different phone and
You got two phones so that you can be twice as antisocial. I get it, Andy. I have 15 radios at my house, so I can talk to nobody at all.
Breakfast. I better ditch this one and head out. That's what my daughter sent me a couple of messages because after I got chewed out in the car, I went down to the beach to just hang out, and then she started sending messages like, "Are you just gonna whatever?" And then when I got back, she was kind of mad, and I said, "I got to charge my phone that went dead." But I realized also I was just a straight up liar, that would have been the great way to cover that I hadn't seen her message. You know, I have seen your messages. I just disregarded them.
I think if people drank and smoked along with this podcast, it would grow. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
all right. This is like when you sit down at the bar when you just get off of work. And it's going to be about 45 minutes before you're actually enjoying your friends.
Remember that guy? Remember that guy who played? Well, it's just this thing we did on the Man Show, and I don't even remember. But we had a guy who was dressed like Hitler.
Oh, yeah, Blaine Capatch.
Yeah,
That's a memory of a photograph.
yeah. There's a photograph we wrote in
I
that.
have no memory of that event. I don't know what it's from.
Oh yeah, we wrote in that. There's a picture of Rogan and Hitler. Way before it was a thing. But I was just thinking that'd be fun to you could just have straight up Hitler, a guy as Hitler as a guest. The only reason we have Hitler on today is for clicks. We're just trying to increase our likes. We actually Hitler. We're not going to talk about anything Hitler doesn't want to talk about. We're just going to talk about how good the roads are.
How did Rogan get tricked into having explained himself for saying the N-word out of context multiple times, and nobody's ever brought up that he's been photographed with Hitler?
Nobody. Yeah. It's because the government's been trying to shut down my files for years, and I can't figure out. Yeah, me and Doug shared photos at the end of and that's kind of was my main
I have
job.
no idea what the Hitler thing was.
I don't know.
Half this shit.
I can barely remember. I remember the midget chasing the priest, but I don't remember the setup. And I just remember trashing the car late at night. The two of us fucking drunk, beating the shit out of
I
him.
remember that.
Knowing all these stories that I've heard Andy tell about this, which I would sometime like to just do a series where we only talk about that, because I would love to hear all of your sides
man,
of the
with-
different stories that Andy's told. I don't know
got
a
such
lot
a
about
better
all of them.
memory.
I've got so many pictures too because I had in one of those.
See,
new
we can go
cameras.
through all the pictures. We got to do a special where I listen to this
Yeah.
because I did not know that Man Show existed until I started hanging out with you, and you would have made the joke about the guy who ruined the Man Show, and I was like, no, that was those other two guys. I had no idea that the one with you and Joe Rogan ever existed, so I've not seen
Yeah.
one single thing. So I would like to hear all of your guys' backstories and then go watch all of
I would have to see the pictures, and I'm sure that one
We're just-
like from not a desktop, the base monitor. That's where. Like, I bet there's a fucking billion pictures in there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
my oldest computer.
Yeah.
Like that's a landmine.
Yeah, I
Gold
will.
mine.
How
Gold
old
mine.
is that computer?
It might have been a Freudian slip right
How
there.
old is that computer?
That's the
What do you
first
think?
thing. Probably
Blow that computer up. No, I
do you think?
have.
2003.
Fuck
Yeah.
you, really? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's kind of why I took tons of pictures of everything that went on because people thought I was busy. I was working. And Doug would send me around to get pictures of employees. So as we had Star of the Day, we just made up an award to hand out to some and sing to them. So people eventually wanted to be Star of the Day, even though it was a meaningless.
That is
But I'd go
extra
take pictures
word.
of staff and go, I don't want to ruin anything, but we just collecting, and people that didn't like us started liking us because we were like, they could be Star of the Day.
Right.
That's all from a show called Star of the Day that was public access kind of shit from when I was a
Yeah.
kid. And Sarah Silverman was on it as a
yeah.
little kid singing
Star
tomorrow.
Really?
But yeah, that's where that
wow.
song we sang to them.
Yeah, yeah.
Star of the Day, who will it be? Your vote may hold the key. It's up to you.
You
Tell us
who will be
Star of the Day.
Yeah, that was
Oh, we did that with a bullhorn. Look at that, former Star of the Day.
Walking
right
crowd.
there, Jason.
yeah.
He's a PA, walks with pride, walks with purpose. You could be Star of the Day too. Let's step it up around here.
I'm gonna find some friends.
This
of
was
my
fun.
own
One
age.
day on the Man Show, there would it was like employees who'd work together. I don't know. It felt that they would have somebody's birthday. There would be a party and a cake party, and everybody'd have to get together, and we didn't know anybody, and go. I'll admit. So I got a food truck guy to come up, and we ordered a cake that said "Happy Birthday, Dana." And Dana, or the food truck guy, come in, and we had to go, "Hey, everybody, we're going to gather for Dana's birthday." And people would come in, same thing. They didn't know who Dana was, and Dad goes, "Who works harder around here than Dana? Nobody." He's just the guy down into the food truck. So we did shit like that to keep ourselves. Mainly
Yeah, at some point you just gave up on the show, but you didn't give up on the show.
Yeah.
And the show is life.
I like that you guys were young. Like, I took life more seriously, I think, when I was young. And I wish I could have been young and not gave a fuck. Like, you must have thought you were going to die pretty soon.
Yeah, but then are you happy you have it now? Now I've become like this serious fucking glum. Take everything seriously. God.
Thank God for Mark Maron. There you go. Oh, Doug Stanhope, the old curmudgeon.
You're saying that once you don't take anything seriously, at the end, taking it seriously is all that's left?
I don't. It's not that I take it seriously. I just don't have the ambition for the fun, like that whole. Hey, how do we fuck with this situation?
Well, yeah, I would hope not.
Yeah.
Fucking old man.
Like the bus, taking the bus to Vegas, which if you can't find that inherently funny, like I don't get why it's funny to take the bus, because it's a bus, and who takes a bus?
We'll see how many people Google Amtrak.
But it's smart. You jumped on it right away, because as soon as you say, you go, I don't have to drive, I'm on the bus.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, what's it? Except for being able to stop and eat where you want. So we're gonna have to give up Arby's for 9.5 hours. Other than that, we don't have to drive, and we don't have to park. We don't have to sit in traffic. We just fucking put our
Vegas
awful ass cushions down, our eye masks
We'll
on.
ride our empty bus to dead Vegas and sit on our ass cushions.
Yeah.
No fucking lines.
Wait,
All the hookers come to you. You can just stand there and they'll fucking all walk by and go, "How about me, Daddy?"
Once in a while, when I talk to ChatGPT, I'll believe something that it says, and I knew that I shouldn't, but it's a good con man, ChatGPT. It's the same thing. When Stanhope told me there's a double-decker bus from fucking here to the Vegas, I should have been like, that doesn't sound reasonable at all. That doesn't sound like a fucking thing that exists, ChatGPT. I think you just fucking invented that.
Yeah, it was. Well, I see where I fucked up when I went back to their website. Why did I have that in my head? It's on the available seating, and it shows you pictures. And there's the table seat where it's 4-on-4, 2-on-2, a 4-top. where you're sitting.
no.
Here's the bus we wish we could buy.
Right.
Yeah, so that I'm looking at that, and
We bought the old shuttle hotel shuttle.
I'm thinking for their purposes, for camera purposes, maybe a table would be good. And that said right next to it, I saw that's available on our double-decker buses.
Well, I picture you drinking.
So I'm thinking, and the picture they show of the panoramic view is from a double-decker bus. So I'd seen the word double-decker. I see a picture. So I'm fucking.
What world does panoramic view means you get to sit behind the driver, though?
Well, this is Flix Plus bus. He is set down a bit. So there'll be some. It doesn't matter.
When I start farting, his head's gonna be down at the low level. Is that what?
Is there a toilet?
Yeah,
No,
there's a toilet.
no toilets.
Yeah.
Where's Henry Phillips gonna put his change in our hands so they can?
Oh yeah, we can say technically yes. We hired a tour bus.
Yeah.
We just allowed it to be open to the general public. I mean, we paid for it.
Was that? I forget. I did some promotion for a tour. Was it the Rouse? It might have been the Rouse and the junior one. But I implied that Randy Quaid was going to be the bus driver, and I kept mentioning and then there was a fair amount of people that thought Randy Quaid was going to drive.
Well, because there was a time when you and Randy Quaid were pretty
That's right. Me and
tight on
me and Randy
Twitter.
Quaid had Twitter exchanges, and then one of them I said I'm sitting with my famous friend Stanhope, and he said I've never heard of him, or there was some fun back and forth with Randy Quaid for a minute, but then things got political.
And Twitter's never rebounded.
Yeah. It was one of the great.
Is there anything fun online? I'm talking to you out there.
Yeah.
Is there like I really feel a complete disconnect since Twitter went tits up. Like Instagram's not. The same
they
thing.
tried
You're
to
not communicating. You're just showing each other fucking pictures.
that one.
I'll tell you my new one, but I'm ashamed of it.
Chumpster.
So,
Stumpster. Come down.
since I get into these radios, there's a big thing like Chinese. You can get Chinese radios pretty cheap.
Oh no!
And then you can hack them, and I can make Morse code on a little handheld. There's just all these little radio
Sex
projects.
trafficking Chinese.
So I got the AliExpress app, and it's really fun. It's
Why?
ALI. It's just straight shit from China, and there's crazy fucking. It's like a weird yard sale. And then it's like you can check in every day and you earn points that fucking you get that'll go towards your next order. So now I think I have like $4 already because it's like here you can get some coins if you look at these items. Well, I already want to look at those weird items.
I was talking about like social medias, like where you go, hey. Like Reddit is great for a bunch of things.
No, it's the same douchebags on different platforms. You're not going to find fun with other people.
For answering questions. Like it's great for like no bullshit. Like Twitter, you used to be able, you could throw something out there.
Yeah.
And know that you could maybe get a response from a fucking Patton Oswalt or something.
Right.
Like you felt like there's some community out
the
there.
early days of it, I made a comment about Lance Armstrong, and Eric Idle responded, and he basically said, "I've been to Lance's house and I've seen 7 jerseys on his wall." And my reply was, "I saw you get ran over by the Griswolds on a European vacation, but I don't think that's real." And then it was fucking. It was actually Eric Idle. I was like, "What the fuck? How did Eric? I don't know. He just." Found a comment about Lance Armstrong, and he jumped on it because he's friends with Lance Armstrong. Like, what the fuck?
Don't roast your heroes.
Well, I mean, shit.
That was great.
Yeah, it was that was up until when Randy Quaid, I jumped into a feud he had with some other burnout or whatever they were going. And then I made jokes about him. He was a guy who wrote a song like Pina Colada, but only one.
Yeah.
And then Randy Quaid hates his guts from something that happened in the 80s. So I made jokes back and forth in that one. And then that day I saw Randy Quaid is following you. And I was like, holy shit, Randy Quaid. And then it was like later, it was like, oh, fuck, I got to block Randy Quaid.
That's
just John Cusack.
That's the same. So, I mean, Andy, I had Tommy Chong followed me off of just one of my random fucking tweets. Well, I know what it was. It was, I deleted Facebook is the new I'm vegan was the joke that I tweeted, and Tommy Chong retweeted it, and I'm like, holy fuck, Tommy Chong retweeted my tweet, and then he followed me, and then about 3 weeks later, I was like, I can't believe I have to mute Tommy Chong. This is fucking horrible, man.
This is actually,
I don't like this machine.
This is actually my Twitter high. I commented a little bit on Heather Thomas's stuff, and she retweeted, and then Heather Thomas followed me. I'm like, man, I used to look at her vagina every morning on my wall in her pulled up swimsuit, and now she's following me. I'm very excited.
That's
yeah.
I thought I had Tommy Chong was pretty pinnacle. Every Thomas definitely.
We all love Tommy Chong, but we didn't necessarily masturbate in front of a poster of Tommy Chong. That would make you more than a pothead. That would have made you an affirmative yes on that VA question. Yes.
Listen, if they had that Tommy Chong poster, I never hit it with my dart, but I definitely hit that Heather Thomas poster with my dart more than once.
I think probably.
I had the Farrah Fawcett.
Oh yeah, I had Farrah too. I was pretty good.
I had a lot of cocaine mirrors before I knew that's what they were. It doesn't count as fairs.
Yeah.
Oh no shit.
No.
Yeah. Trans
That's
Am.
when you'd win. You'd get the Motley Crue cocaine mirror.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't know that's what it was. You just
Yeah, that was
collected.
in my car.
I knew. I did know. I did know what the roach clips were for. And use those at an early age, but I did not know what the cocaine.
Yeah, you get your Jack Daniels Coke snort mirror and you get the overstuffed thing that your wife's gonna bleed on every Super Bowl Sunday because you thought the Raiders were gonna cover the spread.
I might bring that back for the Andy Anderson friends. I want to do the Deer Park. Is that Deer Park was this place where I went as in middle school, and you get cones of food to feed the animals. Anyway, big billboards, and I thought, well, we'll take a break, and I took Delaney there as a toddler, and we got the cones. She was like in 7th grade. The memories of that and feeding the animals, but these were like really aggressive fucking goats and deer. And Delaney got knocked into shit and mud, and the deer was pounding on her. And anyway, this one goat was working its way on me, trying to nab onto my fucking, just trying to get my attention, biting me and shit. So the bits like your goat's trying to suck my dick. My daughter's getting feces smeared on her. This is not family fun. It's adult entertainment. Is this past work? I'll be back in an hour. Like that. It was, but anyway,
You
that.
must have a fucking contact high too, right?
I don't know. I don't know where.
But anyway, that play
Me too.
that park just got busted. Feds rolled in there. A guy had $1 million buried in his yard, cocaine and meth and firearms and shit. So it's
What
very.
happened to the cone?
And you coulda-
What
no,
happened to the
And
cone?
you could have fucked
I-
his goat.
I-
You didn't even know it back then.
Delaney's was down in the muck, so it was eaten before I rescued her, and then I chucked mine away because this one goat was just fucking working on biting and shit. So I was like,
But then what happened to Farrah Fawcett? What
that's
is
a
going
whole
on?
other situation.
Okay.
You're trying to
okay.
confuse bestiality with natural heterosexual feelings.
Okay, I'm trying to keep up here.
Bestiality is a different. That's what the devil wants you to do. The devil wants you to let that goat suck your dick. The devil wants you to do.
Do kids get to throw darts at inappropriate posters at the carnival these days? Or
What's
is that
inappropriate? There's nothing inappropriate.
I should have never in the 5th grade had a Chevy truck that said hauling ass with like 7 chicks holding onto their butt cheeks and
Yeah.
thongs. That kind of inappropriate.
I wish
Did you really?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I did.
Did you
I hit it with the dart, man.
I wish somebody would have
It's the
seen.
easiest game at the carnival. The whole fucking post.
I love it. I
One,
love it.
two.
I love you.
I wish my dad could have walked, but if he could have walked, I wish he could have went up to my room and taken all those sinful posters off my wall and said, "You're never gonna get one of these women," and then put up like one of the Ingalls chicks on the wall and go, "That's more achievable. You might get Nellie Olson, but you're not gonna fuck Heather Thomas."
By the time I was in junior high, I had pictures of posters with Ozzy Osbourne with Randy Rhoads on his shoulders. I had white trash fucking.
I can't remember too many rock and roll posters. I
had a lot of black light, fucking
Yeah.
not necessarily of any.
Like Delvin Elvis.
I had a blacklight one that was a Bible verse, like "The Lord is my shepherd." I think.
Yeah.
What?
I
That seems like mixed signals.
no,
I like to get high and contemplate the Lord, man.
The Lord was my shepherd. I was very sheepish in those days, so I needed the.
Yeah, with the black light, that's just counterculture.
That's how I got into religion, is embracing the counterculture. Black women in Coquille, Oregon, and I accepted Christ every time they came.
I was gullible on several things myself, Andy. That's, I think, just the process. Of
I
life.
accepted Christ every time I accepted Christ, and then it just kind of would fade out, you know.
I only did it one
Doing other
time.
shit.
I only did that one time, like where they make you say the words. You know, I invite Christ in my heart or whatever.
Yeah.
And my uncle, and I won't talk to him, was like a pastor or whatever. And I was sent home from basic training or I don't remember, advanced training in the Army. And so I was a young kid, like 18 or 19. Mm-hmm. And it was the day my grandpa died. And everybody was all upset. And then my uncle took advantage of that, of all crying and upset and stuff, to be like, you need to invite the Lord into your heart. And then he made me say the word. And then like later I was like, you fucking cocksucker. I know what that was. You fucking
Yeah, there's a preacher in my town, Coquille, a friend got shot and killed. And anyway, he turned that church service into, and I just talked to him the other day, and he's like, I got to get away from the city, and it's like, I did drugs with the guy a couple of days before that, or, a week before, telling this whole other narrative, and I just hit the exits. It's like, fucking done with it. I think that's when I broke up with Christ for the last time. I was like, man, this is bullshit.
My very first experience that I remember at church, I was like maybe 6 years old or maybe 5, and my grandma, I might have told you guys this story before. My grandma took me to church. Then I went over, they all separated out. Now I was in a room with nobody I knew. And I only knew about church from things I read a lot, even when I was real young. I liked to read stuff. So I had this context of what religion and church was, even though I'd never been. And they said, asking a trivia question to all the little kids. And they said, well, Jesus went on the mountain and what did he do? And nobody would answer the question. And you win a Snickers if you fucking answered the question. And I was like, you guys you can't even guess. I'm like, fucking, he prayed. And they're like, you did, that's right. He went, I'm like, how the fuck did you morons not? I was like, these church people are pretty fucking dumb. And I got a Snickers and I was really little. And so I'm glad for that experience. And then my grandma forgot she took me to church with all of the other kids and grandkids and left. And nobody from the church stayed there with me. Everybody left church. It was like just a big metal building. It wasn't even like a church. It was, and so I just had to hang out.
Unit?
Yeah, I just had to hang out outside, like a little kid, just wait.
How old?
5 or 6. I would say 6.
So young.
6, yeah, not 5. I would go 6.
What kind of church doesn't have at least one guy that wants to molest a kid?
That's a good point.
Methodist?
It wasn't one of the molesty ones, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, they all are, but
Well, maybe they thought it was an obvious trap. They're like, look, nobody forgets a 6-year-old boy at church. We're not falling for that.
yeah.
So then my grandma was at Safeway and then was hollering at all the kids and then hollered at me too. And then my aunt was like, he's not here. Fuck, we took him to church. So they all had to get back in the station wagon.
Sorry, this is way off topic, but so is my fucking brain. And I was looking at that. I just thought, what would be funny is to bring all these sport coats up to Vegas and then have like the cliche in the old, 5-star restaurants. Sir, you must have a blazer to come into this show. And we have rentals. So you can rent a blazer for the Vegas show for $50 and then return it at the end. That's a fucking brilliant idea that we're not doing because we're taking the bus. We're not taking a wardrobe. That's in play for a future gig somewhere.
Yeah.
Coat rentals.
Is there any more seats on the bus? Just buy a seat for the coats. It'll pay for itself.
There's only going to be so many coats, but there's only going to be so many people that fit in those coats. So.
That's true, but yeah.
Well, I factored in the whole, you got to do ROI, because then you're going to have to get the coats cleaned, because who knows what weirdos at a Stanhope show are going to do to coats.
I'm the only other guy that's going to wear it, and I don't care.
All right.
You got fucking scabies. You got some fucking deep vein thrombosis.
Yeah. Stanhope, I was at your show in Vegas. I had such a good time. I rented one of your coats, and I jerked off on the inner pocket while I watched your show.
Now, Doug's crowd is aged out of being able to come.
But they'd still leave blow in the pocket.
Yeah, there'd still be
Yeah,
drugs.
the drugs haven't left.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a really rowdy nursing home.
Las Vegas.
One flew over the nursing home. That's our pitch. That's our movie. We're putting an old folks home, but we're not quite ready to die.
We're suicidal, but we're trying to have fun with it. But it's taking really a lot longer than we thought it would.
We're hijacking the hospice nurse and going to Vegas for a show on the set.
In a goddamn shuttle bus.
Yeah, we're not the
Do you know what was how long ago was that
man.
first Vegas Plaza thing with me, you, and Derek and Bingo made the LA Times?
Oh, yeah.
Junior? Was it Junior?
He might have been on the show, but he was.
But
That
he
was
was
the
not
four
in
of
the
us in
picture.
the shot.
Yeah, I remember that.
I can't.
remember
Yeah,
Can't
that
be-
was, man.
I don't want to jinx it, but I can't remember.
But the problem is we hadn't been there before because I did the interview with that reporter at a tiki bar
Oh.
on Charleston Boulevard where I went out to smoke and realized I'm right across from my last telemarketing job where I had that
I remember
trophy
that
from.
too.
I'm like, because we had just been talking about when I lived there. Oh, I used to do telemarketing. The last place I did when I started off.
And you figured it out
And then we
when you
walked outside to smoke. And I'm like, oh, that's the place right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Bengo's place is right below where I live.
I know.
So I don't know if he wrote that
I
article
know.
overnight and then fucking had it in the next day's paper, which is possible.
2014.
2014. So, yeah, so.
Damn.
God damn.
Yep, 11 years later, here we come. Fucking throw
Wait,
it
am I not the new guy anymore?
Well, we,
I still feel like I'm the new guy, and then now I realize, like, I've been here a lot of fucking years.
Yeah, you
Derek
have.
is the new kid in town. so-
well, no, Derek's.
Derek and Kenny were Derek and Kenny took me in the same way a parking lot hacky sack circle will take you in. Like, we don't care if you're a fucking loser, buddy. If you're a BR friend.
If you can play hacky sack with Derek, you are a very patient man. I'll get it. I can't kick because of the accident.
All right, you're really good at this.
I hated that I coughed when that first started because I'm like, this is gonna look really good on camera. And I'm like,
You're right. Andy produces an unusually high fume of smoke. Like he's intentionally
That's why I
trying to hotbox you.
That's why I got cancer in my bioduct and not my lung, because I don't hold it in my lungs. I hold it right before. It's very subtle.
I watched
You know, the part that gets you high is when you inhale it, Andy.
I've never been
just
high.
in green rooms.
I've never ever been high.
You know, at one point on the podcast, I still have it. Either a company or somebody sent us things. Look at Andy's just creating plumes and holding it next.
Yeah,
I was holding
is a
it.
green
I was
room in the
holding it
beginning
under
of a
the
joint.
table when I started, thinking, "Here, look, that'll control it on this side of the room." And then
Well,
I'm gonna blame him for my fucking lung condition.
well, here's what I blame
cancer.
is I'm gonna have to blame the Australians. They never really thought a big one of those, like John Taffler asked. We put a big fan that takes 90% of,
Hey, speaking of, there's a GoFundMe for Dave Mordahl. If you don't remember Dave Mordahl, go back to the first season of Last Comic Standing.
Yeah.
Legend in Minnesota. Fucking brilliant guy. You'd fucking love the shit out of him. He's got a GoFundMe. He's got emphysema, COPD now to the point he can't even just move around his house. So he was me, Dave Attell, Dave Mordahl. I've never met anyone who's smoked in a league like us. And he'd rather not leave the house if he couldn't smoke. He's like, I'll never quit. He told us he had like emphysema
oh yeah, no, it's
with Renee.
that Death Valley party. He showed up, and I was like, yeah, man, I hear you, because I thought he was a short timer at that point.
he's a survivor.
But yeah, this was great. He actually called my wife and got inside stories that he could just drop in conversation with me in Death Valley. I was like, wait a minute, like he told a story that happened to me.
Fuck with her.
Like, wait, you got hit in the head with a metal lunchbox by a bully?
What? That's cool.
And then he goes,
I
yeah,
love that.
Brilliant.
and then he goes, yeah.
I love that.
He goes, yeah, I actually had to repeat 5th grade. They put me back in, or it was kindergarten. They put me
What?
back in kindergarten.
That's
And I had to
crazy.
repeat 1st grade. And I was like, no shit. That happened to me.
Oh, God.
So I
That's
mean, man, yeah, I never
How
had.
did he reveal that he was fucking with?
He finally, at the
on
end of
this
2
side
or
of
3 of them, I was just like, what the
conscious,
fuck, man?
conscious weed
Yeah,
smoking.
yeah.
It's like a
No, man.
It's like a weed smoking meditation.
Yeah,
You're
how did he
conscious.
tell you, Andy, that he
I
did
think
that?
I think he just ran out of factoids. And then he goes, by the way, I talked to your wife
That's
and
so fucking great.
First of all, how
He
did you have
should
your
never
wife's
have told
number?
you though.
I don't know.
He should have never
Yeah,
told
yeah.
you that.
Well, it was
That's
One
fucking
time.
it was probably in the
fucking-
days where you didn't have a cell phone number,
Okay.
right?
This is
That's
the
brilliant.
legend. This is the prank that I've never heard topped by a comic. Is where this comic named Elliot Max was coming to Acme in Minneapolis, the comedy club, the home club for that scene, and Mordall, and he was coming to do 2 weeks, and he's a Seattle headliner.
Yeah, Elliot Max, very gentle soul,
Yeah.
guitar, a family kind of.
So Mordall and Louis Lee, the owner of Acme Comedy Club, ask Elliot Max, "You're the headliner this week. Would you be the not grandmaster, but the guy that stands on the float for the Acme
Represents the
Comedy
club.
Club for the Harvest Day Parade?"
Okay.
And he's like, "Yeah, absolutely, I'll do that." Well, there's no such thing as the Harvest Day Parade.
So yeah, he's in the back with his guitar sitting on a hay bale.
wait. They build a float.
Jesus.
They built an entire float that says Acme Comedy Club Harvest Day Parade on the side, and whatever's on it, and they hook it up to a fucking a pickup truck. Once he's on the back, they drop the signs. They flip over to National Coming Out Day, which it is.
Oh man,
This is not a present day
No
world.
way. But
Yeah.
is this filmed?
No, it was before filming anything.
This was all just for the fuck of it. This is wonderful.
Yeah, this is why you have to find Dave Mordall's GoFundMe. Flash it on the screen right now. Because he deserves everything
Yeah.
that he's fucking going through right now. But so now they pretend they can't find the parade and they're lost. And they have him on the freeway, and people are either waving at the guy or flipping him off. And he just still believes that they're trying to find this parade that doesn't exist.
Oh my god.
That's just fucking brilliant.
It's fucking
I
hilarious.
love it.
He was booked for 2 weeks. He quit after that. He didn't come back for his second week, and he never did comedy again. And he was a headliner.
Oh my
Who was
god.
that?
His name was Elliot Max. He's the only comic that won the Seattle comedy competition twice
Oh,
under
yeah.
different names.
Yeah.
He just
One
won.
was a character and one was I don't know.
Oh, okay.
no, it's
Again, like
his real name was Gary Larson,
walk
and he-
away.
Yeah.
Why not walk away right now? Walk away after that.
but his real name is Gary Larson, and that's why he changed his name because
Oh,
it's the
the
same
Far
as the
Side
comic
guy.
strip. He's a Seattle guy, and I think Elliot rebounded and did comedy after that, but he quit working at that club and was damaged.
I'm too high to follow this.
But
story.
Was he pissed?
he was
Is he really
I
Gary
think he
Larson, the
was just-
comedy guy? Or
No, he
Maybe, or
changed
her,
his name
I don't
because he
know.
had the same name.
Yeah, Elliot.
Michael Bolton and
But he, I got
That's not what Andy said.
So pushed.
for some reason I had
I would tone
alienated
it
a
down,
skinhead
Nah,
at
I
a comedy
didn't work at all.
competition. I said something about skinheads were a punchline, and this guy made it clear that he was going to kick my ass and he was going to call friends to help me get my ass kicked.
Did you make sure your car started that time?
No, get this shit
To
though.
help me get my ass kicked. That's the best wording I've ever heard of that.
Get this shit though. I used, I think he went by either corporal or captain, but it was a black guy. And this guy was, and I go, "Do you hear that shit he said about you?" and I go, "It was a Seattle comedy competition." So I showed corporal or whatever. I said, "Man, he's dropping that N bomb, and he's gonna kill." He said, "Getting his buddies." And I go, "You want to ride with me?" And I guess the thinking would have been like, if push comes to shove and a bunch of skinheads run after me and corporal, they're gonna go after him.
Becker had a
Oh, but
pool game at a Duluth, Minnesota bar after a show, and we played these guys and we fucking kicked their ass and then with lucky shots and stuff. And you could tell they were really fucking irritated. And we saw them like they're gonna kick our ass. And so we found two fucking monsters at the bar. I walked over and they go, "Hey, can I buy you guys a drink? Because these guys that are over at the pool, they're gonna fuck with us. So I'd rather just buy you guys a drink and act like we're friends, huh? What's up, fam?" They fucking left me. Yeah, Go ahead. You were about somebody.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, that makes up, like Andy's missed grifts before. He's just focusing them in more important areas, because that was fucking fantastic.
But I remember Elliot Max was the host of the evening, and I was pretty nervous about, this guy left the bar. He said he's going to get a group of people and get me, and I was waiting around to see what the scores were. And he goes, "Is that the first time you've ever had your life threatened in a comedy show?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "That's always the most awkward." Yeah, he was a very well-timed, thoughtful dude. I could see him riding around in that parade thing and just being fucking, quietly fucking, bummed out. And, his son is a comic, Joe Larson, who does pretty well in New York, I guess. But yeah, I got invited to Elliot Max's house for dinner one night, and the kid was sneaking rum drinks, and that's Joe. That's the comic now. Anyway, Dave Mordahl, one of the great pranksters of all. That's only two pranks that one was well known, and that one in Death Valley I knew about because and I just told you about it. But it's like, how many great pranks did that guy?
He could
to that level
couldn't
of
give a fuck about the business.
Yeah, he didn't do it for TV or likes or
What
nothing.
his act was like really good mediocrity. Like he knew it's like it's just observational. Why is it in a blackout you go into looking for a flashlight? You go in the next room. What's the first thing you do? Turn the light switch on. Like but he did it funny. Like he was just like a crass like.
Oh man!
But he wasn't like in the business. Like he was a person. Like you don't race into the room because Mordahl's on stage. But you don't hate being there either.
Yeah.
Remember we went, me, Doug, and Shaylee, I believe I know Shaylee was with us because he picked up a speeding ticket on the way back from Mordahl's. But we went to Mordahl's, and Mordahl had just been on Last Comic Standing, and he bought a piece of property, and he had a dirt track. We could ride four-wheelers around, and we shot machine guns.
Yeah,
it was just like,
we got a speeding ticket.
yeah,
on
and
the way
then
out
I
there,
forgot my phone charger, so we went back to get my phone, or whatever it was.
Really?
20 years ago, I forgot my phone.
I forgot something, and we went back, and then Shaylee picked up a ticket trying to make up time. Yeah. I'm glad there's nobody to get angry at me on this.
I remember coming to it at the men's room in Acme, and I was taking a piss, and he walked up next to me, and he pulls his dick out. He goes, "Look at that. Is that a wart or a carbuncle?"
Shaylee
Some
said,
mark. No, Dave Mordahl.
oh, okay. I was like,
Oh
Shaylee.
my
weird.
God, that's right.
His hood.
Whatever happened to that? Was that a wart or a carbuncle? He goes, "Oh, that I had to take
He always-
it.
I-
It was burned off."
When
When I was in the army, I had a guy. He'd pulled his PT shorts up and he took his ball sack and stretched it down his thigh, and then his nut just looked like it was a big swollen knot. And he called the lieutenant over and he goes, "I got bit by a spider," and he was poking it. The lieutenant was like, "Oh, we gotta get you to the doctor, man." That's it. Meanwhile, he just had nutsack skin under his hat.
Almond cards, the magic shit, balls.
Dude, you never. There was fucking 9 of us on the ground. We knew exactly what the fuck was going on, and that lieutenant had no clue.
So Kelly Moran, what he would like to get adjoining rooms. He was my one of the first headliners I worked with, and he would do stuff like he'd just have it. He goes, "This is like, do you see anything that looks fucking, or it's like his anus is out?" Or he would walk in and go, "Does my dick look like it's swollen? Or do my testicles look large to you?" Or like, what the fuck?
I think it was
He was showing,
that would Michael Riff that would pull his fucking ball sack out. He goes, "Does it look like a satin gum?"
Yeah.
It's just this.
Yeah, this same guy.
that one.
The reason why we were all laughing and knew what was going on. This same guy. If you weren't watching, he'd get you a beer, but he'd open it with his nutsack.
Oh, man. You got to wonder.
And he thought that was the height of hilarity.
You got to wonder.
So, yeah,
I
you're
like
like,
that.
You got to wonder if maybe society got too woke for him. Oh man, it used to be a guy could open up somebody's hand with his dick. Now they say that's illegal. Yeah. I've never been to, I mean, you know, people compliment me on my junk or whatever. I like to think it's, you know, they saw it naturally. Not that I was forcing the action. Hey, what do you think of this?
Your premise is weird to me because I've never had anybody compliment me on my junk.
Yeah, that fucking carpet.
Yeah.
Rug situation.
I thought the Aussies went into the office supply place in Seattle.
Oh my God, the fucking landlord of this place has been sitting here for God knows how long, a year and a half. Pretty much no use whatsoever. And now look at all the fucking plugs and extensions because she covers the electric. And now, all of a sudden, the fucking bill.
We could, I mean, yeah, the space is it's interesting to think about your original idea of like, you know, front first camera
right.
situation.
Yeah.
People assessment or whatever. Bring in your used people and we'll tell you what they're worth, kind of shit. You know?
Yes, we're in a storefront in the outskirts of the Bisbee suburban area.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You could open a
skateboard
shop.
We could make this into a pawn shop.
I remember one of the things we talked about on the phone, and I don't know if you remember it because I barely remembered it right now. As you said, you'd split it like political parties.
Oh yeah, because we used to have
one on each side of this,
yeah.
so you'd have to just the same guy would just switch hats and then sell you shit.
Sleepy Joe blankets.
Yeah, that's actually a bit in my act now.
Yeah.
Because we had the other storefront next door, and we had ideas for doing hidden camera and making that in a whatever, but it's already rigged for cameras. So, but unfortunately, I'm not young and ambitious anymore. So I have a great idea. I go, hey, I had a great idea. Let's get back to some YouTube.
Hey, I'm only here for a limited
Less
time.
than I just thought of that. Wow. But to do it would take actual work, labor, thinking, and there'd be no money in it.
That's the problem when you think things through to their logical conclusion and go, oh, yeah. No, yeah, that's why I wasn't happy to hear I was having a grandkid. Like, God damn it, now I'm going to have to load that gun and drive up there and rescue him from a mob or mudslide.
Oh yeah, it's just like your problems have expanded. That's all it is. You have a kid, you're by yourself, you have problems.
Yeah,
and then you just now I have all these people's problems. And then I have all these people's problems. You just fuck yourself. What if old motherfucker?
What if the hubby goes kaput or, you know, gets catapulted into Mexico or however, and then all of a sudden now grandpa's got to take on all these fucking priests that want to fuck the kid or whatever. No, it's a girl, so it wouldn't be priest. It would be something different. Anyway, let's.
Yeah, we might rap. I have no idea.
Okay.
Fuck.
It's a way to say, like
Yeah,
that,
it's,
or I mean, close.
Yeah, it's been like, I don't know, what, 2.5 hours?
Is it really?
Yeah, it's 10.
I know I'm searching the cupboards for a drink.
11:46.
You like
Yeah,
that,
that's almost 3 hours.
That just seemed like bullshitting a little bit. I thought, well, fuck, I was looking forward to bullshitting more with you guys. I'm on my goddamn yard time.
I was just giving it that.
Here we go.
Go out tonight and have fucking really weird sex with somebody uglier than you. That's an important thing to do in life. Fuck someone uglier than you every now and then. You're going to go upstairs and you're going to have fun and you don't go find the cutest guy. Go find some fucking kind of unaccompanied Dave. Days before he hit the fucking lottery and found a woman that didn't find it irritating. Not give him a real name or call him again. I'm not saying, but if you fuck someone uglier than it, nothing makes you feel better than when someone who shouldn't have fucked you did, right? I let people cut you off in traffic. Oh yeah, fucking 58 items in the 10-item list. Go in front of me. Use a check and a coupon too. I don't care. That girl fucked me. I'm happy all week. Someone better looking than you has fucked you at some point. Pass it on. There's anything that war should be teaching you is fuck someone. I don't know how, but it's the lesson I learned. Because you won't always be that that beautiful, that giggly McGee. You laughing? She's laughing and fucking you. That she's still giggling. The thought of it. But she won't always be that beautiful, Dave, so you just sit back and laugh yourself. Because one day, both of these little girls will be stumbling in here, 73 years old. They have to come down on some kind of fucking cart or ramp or something to get down here, stepping off the Medivan with the orthopedic shoes and the swivel hip and the fucking knee socks all peeled down. You'll have big varicose veins crawling up your ass like blue night crawlers, bald spots, gym sock titties. Kind of going you could titty fuck using just one tit. You just spin it around a few times. Love them. Wiggly pyorrhea teeth. Big war-torn beaver. Look like someone kicked a hole in the side of a rotting hog's carcass. All geek-marked and heat-rashed. Ingrown hairs. Fucking callus top. Fucking sweat boils. Like a bird's nest full of raw meat and bacon grease and a stick that'd make a blind man scream Armageddon, yeah? Colostomy bag dangling off you like a 3-pound tit full of shit, yeah? Well, then you'll fuck me. Well, me and Dave both. We'll wait right here until then if we have to. I can leave you with a disconnected phone number written on the back of a handy wipe sitting on the dresser. Teardrop in your milky cataract eye.